When all is said and done, will what's been said be about what should have been done? Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah. Day number 5, Chayei Sarah, the life of Sarah. Let's go to Bereshit, Genesis chapter 25. Verse 1 says, And Abraham took another wife, whose name was Keturah, and she bore him Zimran, Yokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. And then we go down to verse number 7 that says, These are all the years of Abraham's life, which he lived 175 years. And Abraham breathed his last and died, and a good old age, aged and satisfied, and was gathered to his people. And his sons Yitzhak and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, which is before Mamre, in the field of Ephron, son of the Sohar the Hittite, the field which Abraham purchased from the sons of Chet. There, we read this line, there Abraham was buried with Sarah, his wife. We started this Torah portion a couple chapters or so ago talking about the potential estrangement between Abraham and Sarah over his offering up their only son Yitzhak. Again, plausible thought, not a doctrine, just something that we may infer from the reading of the text. Sarah was a woman who chased a dream and an ambition, a desire, a vision. She went to the land that she had never seen, following her husband, being a faithful wife to him, but never realizing the dream of perhaps being a mother until 90 years of age. 9 at 127 means that she was a mom for 37 years. So she lived 90 years to enjoy motherhood for 37. A little more than a third of her previous life. But she had that opportunity. She realized that goal. In the interim of that, she saw the need of trying to help things along and took Hagar, and we've discussed that story, how Hagar came into the picture. And she dealt with the feelings of potential insecurities and problems and marital discord and strife and all of the stuff that blew up in the house of Abraham. So now we come to this stage of Abraham's life where he marries another woman, Keturah. And it's interesting that her name, Keturah, means incense. Perhaps it was in reference to her fragrant life. Incense is often linked to prayer. Was she a praying woman? Together, they have 6 sons, none of which really show up that I am aware of in the future in righteous fashion, even though Abraham would have been faithful to the command that his sons all be circumcised. Really, the only one that stands out prominently in all of these sons is Midian, and he is then the progenitor of the Midianites. This is the family that Yitro or Jethro is from, and this is where Moshe ends up and finds Zipporah, his wife. And in the future, it's the Midianites who are an antagonistic, even warring people against Israel. So even though they are blood related, there is this war that is going on between them. Perhaps the Midianites recognize we have the mark of circumcision, but no benefit, no real long-lasting territorial benefit of the covenant. We're just blessed and sent away. And maybe that sat under their skin and it bugged them. Keturah could have been a very righteous woman. I don't think Abraham would have married a pagan woman, by no means. He would have been selective. And so it's not so much Keturah, it's the family. He sees, I have to do all that I need to do to preserve the covenant and its fullest benefit for Yitzhak. So in order to prevent anyone from sticking around and competing with Yitzhak, he sends them all away. Now here's where we get to the purpose of today's video. When it's all said and done, it says concerning Abraham, okay, he lives 175 years. That means he's lived outside of the land 75 years and in the land for 100. He has fulfilled Yah's command, walk the land up, down, side to side. Wherever you walk, I'm giving you possession of the land. Go and put it under your feet and take possession of the land. And he's been faithful to do that. Now, life circumstances have been up and down, and it's not been all a joyous occasion. He's endured, he's persevered, he's been tested. But it comes down to where he's breathed his last. It's a good old age. He's satisfied. He ends well. And the competing sons of Yitzhak and Ishmael come, and they bury him alongside Sarah. When it's all said and done, Chayei Sarah talks about Sarah winning at the very end. Her husband is not buried with Hagar. He's not buried where Keturah will be buried. It's not the sons of Keturah who come and bury him. But it's he and Sarah's son, and the son that Abraham loved as well, Ishmael, who partner together and bury their father. The old song is, Abraham had many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all just praise the Lord. Remember the song? Yeshua said to those that claim to follow him, we have Abraham for our father. He said, if you were of Abraham and his children, then you would do the works of Abraham. So while this Torah portion is named in honor of Sarah, we hear of her death and our hearts break for her, but we also find her husband Abraham dies in this portion as well. And so we see this aged couple fading out, yet they never really go away. It's their faithfulness, it's their endurance, it's their overcoming, it is their dealing with issues and maybe even combating between themselves and heartbreak and emotional distress. And they go through all of that, but when it's all said and done, they end up together. As children of Abraham, at least by virtue of the fact that we seek to walk in the belief and the faith of Abraham, we should anticipate and understand that very likely we will go through all of the same challenges and victories and stuff that this couple did, needing to persevere, needing to overcome, to celebrate the great miracles and the providence of the Most High, and yet be caught up in emotional distress, not so much just in the marriage state of the home, but in the family unit of belief. And indeed, we have seen the turmoil. So when it's all said and done, can we not stand together and be together in a good old age and entering the kingdom together? When all is said and done, will good things be said about us? Shabbat Shalom. May the favor of the King reside with you, be with you, and bless you. Until next week, Shabbat Shalom.